Welcome to LARP Chats. Today our guest is Miri.
Hi, pleasure to be here.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course.
How long have you been playing Amtgard?
About 3.5 months right now is where I'm at. So not very long, but enough to kind of understand how things work.
Well, I'm glad I was able to find someone that is newer to the game for this series.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you stepping up and being that person.
Yeah, of course.
So where did you first hear about Amtgard?
I heard about Amtgard, I think, at least 2+ years ago from Silas, because he used to do stuff for Dusk Hollow way back in the day, and we would talk every day all the time, and he would always talk to me while he was doing that. So I heard about it a while ago, but I never really put any stock into it. And then when I moved, I think it was midsummer, midsummer, he's kind of hey, I'm going to start this back up. Do you want to try it? And that's really where I kind of actually put into some stock into what it was. So kind of two different points, if that makes sense.
No, it does. I was also a similar boat. I think a lot of people are, where they hear about it and then they'll get to check it out for a while, and then bam, they finally make the move and get to try it out.
Right.
Do you remember your first day in actual Amtgard physically?
Yeah, I do, because I did not participate for the most part. At first, when I first showed up, I was I had no clue what to expect. So I kind of showed up, and I hung out with someone else who was just kind of sitting there. Yeah, I essentially just watched until the very end when they did a bear pit, and they're hey, this is the last thing we're doing, and we're leaving. I think there was 8 people there or something, so it was it was a decent amount. And then I was you know what, screw it, I might as well try it. And I think I did pretty good. I think I got 4th or 3rd, so.
Oh, nice.
I was oh wow, this is interesting, because I had never picked up foam weapons. I don't think I've ever picked up any kind of swinging weapon, so.
It sounded like a pretty good experience.
Yeah, so it was, it was a lot of fun.
So what first drew you to Amtgard? Was it the fighting, the LARPing, ANS?
Well, what really brought me in was Silas, my boyfriend. Yeah, he was kind of it's something he's been invested in, and he asked me if I wanted to try it, and I was sure, might as well.
I mean, what first engaged you once you were actually there?
I think to me what I thought was really cool was the whole class system, and how there's actual levels and progression in it, and there's actually a role-playing aspect to it, and it's a lot like an MMORPG sort of thing, but in person, which to me I love those genres of games, so it's I actually get to experience that. It's that's pretty cool. So that to me was very captivating, and kind of brought me in to come back more.
Have you really taken to the foam fighting aspect?
I like the foam fighting, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's fun, but I also on top of just the foam fighting, I like everything about it. I love crafting. I do a lot of 3D modeling, so actually getting to I got a sewing machine and started sewing. That's the coolest thing to me. And then obviously the fighting, that's a really good form of exercise for me, because I normally don't get any exercise. So.
That sounds like you're all in all aspects of the game, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been very much enjoying it.
This will be hard to answer, maybe not. What was the first thing that really excited you about Amtgard?
I think the first thing, the first time that I was excited over something.
Yeah.
I think the first time I was super excited was when I got the orders that I got at the KLE for the first time, because I remember I was I did a bunch of crafting, and I made a bunch of weapons my first month and a half, 2 months, and I didn't get any recognition from the park I was at, and then I ended up submitting some stuff to Dragon Master, I think it was, the crafting event that they do.
It would either be Dragon Master
I think it was that one, yeah. So I wasn't even going to submit it. All my friends, I made them a bunch of stuff, and they're you should take this stuff and submit it. So I was all right, sure, I did that, and I ended up getting a few orders of, I think I got an order of the Garber, an order of the Owl, and an order of a Dragon, and that to me was the most exciting thing ever. So it was it's very nice to get, get like validation for your work sort of thing, or get, praised for your work. So that was really cool.
Sure. First Campout, and if I remember correctly, you've only actually been to one Campout?
Yeah, I went to the Dusk Hollow Campout. I can't remember the name of the place, but it was really pretty. It's a lot of fun.
I don't remember the name either.
Yeah. I should, because I want to go back there. Like, it was a very cool place.
So what do you remember most about the Campout?
I think there's a few things I remember pretty fondly. Well, some of it's fondly. So I really liked the tacos. That was really yummy. That was good. Got like tacos, just hanging out, fighting with people. So that was good. And then I think my favorite part is when all the drinking games started. And I'm not much of a partier, but that was like a really fun time, just kind of playing board games, drinking. We had like the whole tavern kind of setup going on with the tables, and played volleyball and stuff. But a funny story too with that, like, I ended up like drinking a bit too much, and we went back to the cabins, and I didn't bring pillows or blankets. Like,
oh, no.
I kind of expected like something different than what like the cabins really were, because I'd never been to a camp out. I've never been camping before. I think I've been camping once. So me thinking like it's going to be like an actual like kind of dorm style place with beds and blankets and all that, I was way wrong.
Oh yeah.
So I get back, it's like 4 a.m, I'm extremely drunk, and I essentially just took like a pile of clothes and used that as like a nest. And then as soon as I lay down, a bat starts flying over my head. So I'm just like drunk, I'm crying, freaking out over this bat, and Demi's like in the other room. He's just like, will you shut the frick up?
Oh no.
Yeah, so that wasn't a fun experience, but it was very memorable having to deal with that.
Certainly a memory.
So that was good.
Do you have any other favorite moments of the Campout? Oh, or maybe that live up to your expectations?
Yeah, I think so. I wish, the one thing I wish is that we stayed longer, because we ended up leaving Saturday morning because everybody wanted to go to like the War Master.
Oh yeah.
So we ended up only going for one night, and I wish I would have had more time to do stuff, because there was like a very pretty river. I wanted to go swimming. I wanted to like actually explore and do more of the quests they had set up, because it was like the first night, like in general, everything was like really fun and exciting. So
actually you've only been to half a Campout.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh. Well, hopefully you'll be able to experience a full, like, 3-night Campout.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I keep hearing everyone keeps talking about Winter Bash or something.
That will probably be the next one, yeah.
Okay, so should be going to that, hopefully.
Yeah, it should be good. So what kind of drinking games did you play?
I think it was called, what was it? Wizard Staff?
Oh yeah, the Wizard Staff.
Wizard Staff, yeah, you know.
I know. I'm interviewing you. I gotta ask you the questions.
That's fair, yeah. But yeah, we played that, and I just drank White Claw because I didn't know what else to drink. I think I had like one thing that wasn't White Claw. I don't even remember what it was because I was just so drunk. So that was good.
Did you end up playing any of the board games or anything like that?
Yeah, we played, I don't even remember the name of the game, but it was some kind of tavern or pub game, and it was like a drinking game too, and I ended up winning. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I ended up winning, and then after that, I ended up fighting Demi, and I was just like, I was out of it. So I ended up fighting him, and I was winning every single fight, but I would just yell like different elements, like lightning dragon style or fire style, and I thought I was a ninja, and I beat him, and it was great. So it's not a drinking game, but it was fun in its own right.
Sounds like you had a blast.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You said you were really excited when you got your awards, but what were you first proud of in Amtgard? Of what you did, or something in the game, or AS, or...
That's kind of tough, because I'm proud of a lot of the stuff I do.
How about the first time?
See, that's rough, because I've done so much and so little. I would want to say my tabard, but to me, the quality is so poor on it, and it was my first time using a sewing machine, so I don't think I'm really that proud of it. But I think like the first time was probably like either the bag that I made or the heavy throwy books that I made. I think those are probably like the real first two that I could say I'm proud of. I think anything before that was just kind of like me looking at it like I've never done this before, like the quality is very poor, like it's not good, at least in my eyes. So I think those two things that I made were like the first time where I can personally like be proud of it because it actually like looks good, like it's not poorly made. So
Well, perhaps you should be proud of the progress you've made.
I am also proud of that, yeah. But I kind of also expect that of myself too, because I'm very, I don't want to say, well, I'm very hard on myself, but I like to do things and I get very passionate about things. So I just keep going and going and going. So, yeah.
That's not necessarily a bad trait.
It is not. You get a lot done.
Yeah, for sure. We're mostly talking about things that you've experienced, but since you're so new, I'm wondering, what are you looking forward to experiencing over the next year?
The one thing I'm really looking forward to, well, I want to get level 6 monk. That's what like my main goal. I'm very excited for that. I want to try out wizard. So I want to get level 6 monk and I want to try out wizard. I'm very excited to like kind of get those up. And I'm also very excited. I'm a page right now to Critias and I want to get shield maiden because that sounds badass.
Yeah, it does sound pretty badass.
I want it so bad. So I'm very excited for all those things to hopefully come.
Well, hopefully we'll catch you on a further LARP chat when we can talk about it and see if any of those have happened for you.
Yeah, of course. I'd be happy to do it again.
I'd like to thank you all for joining us today, and thanks Miri for joining us in LARP chats. And I hope to catch you next time.
Bye.